All right, so potato cakes, cheesy potato cakes. Cheesy potato cakes. Yesterday, I messed up the video, but I made, it was potato fritters, cheesy potato fritters, and you do them in oil, like this right here. But I messed up with the video, so I had to delete it. But I'm going to tell you how to make them. All you do is put the oil in that pot, and you make them into balls instead of potato cakes. And I had a few extra, I'll call it the dough or whatever. And so I made some potato cakes. I ate one last night. It was really good. So let me show you while these are warming up a little bit and I get my veggie wrap ready. I'll tell you what's in all this. So if I can pause. All right, so before I do that, let me just show you what I got here. It's just a veggie wrap. So in some of my other videos, I told you I got stuff that I've been growing this first year. It's November 13th or 14th. So I'm waiting on stuff. My lettuce is almost ready to go. I have some celery. I have some peppers that will be done in the next couple weeks. Tomatoes are restarting with a few that are still there. So I'm in an in-between stage. So I had to go to the store, and I do have strawberries from the store here. I had to go with non-organic because that's all they had. I do anything that is like a tomato or a vegetable that doesn't have a protective skin. I put it in warm water and vinegar, white vinegar, and I let it soak. I scrub it real quick and I rinse it all off. So tonight we got lettuce, organic lettuce from the store, non-organic strawberries. There is a red bell pepper that's not organic this time around. I live in a small town, so when I have food shop at my tiny town, I don't get much choice. Most of the time I go up 30 minutes away. But I've been growing my own stuff, and that's virtually almost all organic and non-GMO stuff. And so that's good. Tomato is not organic either. Cucumber is. Onion is. Celery is. And this is parsley from my own garden, and that is. And the avocado isn't. So now let me show you something real quick before I get into how I make this. So I do grow this. Red bell. I do grow tomatoes. I do grow this. I don't do onion because I don't use it much. I do garlic, and I'll show you real briefly. And then I do herbs, like 4 different herbs. And I do lettuce. So let me show you my indoor growing system real briefly so you can kind of see like this farm to table thing that I got going. And I'm encouraging my family back home, but it doesn't look like it works. And anybody who watches the video, to get an idea how easy it really is and how fun it is. So this is my indoor one, and I'm going to do this brief. If you want to really look at it, go on my page and you can see all the different stuff. So just briefly, there's cukes growing down there. You can see that one in the middle of the camera. I think I counted about 8 or 9 of them growing. So there's cucumbers, watermelon in the back. Right now, it's a lot of leftover growth, and it's mostly going to be plants. You're going to see a lot of flowers and plants that were late bloomers from the summer or they kept on blooming. And I took them in, I put them on the rack system. Here's some peppers that I've done. And these are from downstairs. I live in a second floor apartment. So I did them downstairs in the complex, around the complex grounds, around the foundation. And these didn't really make it in the summer. A lot of complications with watering system down there and smoke from the fires and stuff like that. Anyway, long story short, I took them out. They looked like they were dying from a frost that hit a couple weeks back and made about 3 weeks now total. And they basically look barren. I clipped almost everything off of them, and now they're growing beautiful and lush, taller, and they're growing tons and tons of leaves. And now the pepper that I'm showing you and the other peppers and the tomatoes, bought organic non-GMO from the store, ate it, planted the seeds in the ground, and I got this. And you'll see the other ones. They're absolutely amazing. Okay, so here's what's left of the tomatoes. And with the tomatoes, like the red bell pepper, I had bought from the store organic non-GMO. I had ate it, and then I planted the seeds. But I did buy also the same Roma non-GMO organic seeds, and that was one of the plants over there. But in the ground and here in the pot, they were identical, and they grew really well, and this is coming to an end, this thing. So let me move this out of the way to show you the peppers. Remember, from a store-bought pepper, this has been going on for about 6 months. They took a long time. I'm not sure why. I brought them in, got them under the lights. I mean, these are like 6-month-old plants. They should have bloomed. But you can see there's flowers everywhere. And I came in last night, and there's a big pepper. There's 9 peppers starting. Let me show you the big guy real quick. There's the big guy. And then, let's see, there's another one right there. And I just want to get you an idea so you can get excited. There's one there, and there's one there. All right. Now, the original pepper plant was here. It's about a month older. It's about 6 to 7 months old. And it exhausted itself with about 5 big peppers. I brought it indoors. I cut, and I got boom, boom, and boom. Some more coming in. These are just rescued flowers and plants. Now I got some blueberry here you can get excited about. Here's another big tomato growing. I must have dropped the seed by accident. Another blueberry, raspberry in the back. Celery growing. I've been using it a lot. Here's the social garlic. You eat these. I call them leaves. Then there's a stem and then a flower that will pop up. You can eat that as well. And there's some basil. All right, so here's my herbs. Got 4 different herbs. Here's the lettuces. Now remember, there's not a lot of room because I got mostly the plants and flowers still blooming, but it's going to be mostly food. So here's some beautiful lettuce. There's some beautiful lettuce. There's some beautiful lettuce. So I'm going to have to start using this in the next couple of days. The lettuce is great. They say 45 to 50 days. I get mostly around 30 to 40 days, and then I could eat it. There's carrots growing in the back, and here's mint. I had to start some new carrots, and here's some wild mint. I transplanted a tiny little thing 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and I grew this, and it's awesome. Here's some strawberries. Half were done indoors, and half were pulled from out of the ground because we went from summer to fall for a few days to summer to winter, and so that's why I pulled them out, and they're doing well. About 2.5 weeks ago, they're flowering and everything, and so I have 10 total. So again, these are going to be all strawberries. And there's some more peppers I rescued, and they're doing good. All right, right in there. So again, just to give you an idea, it's easy. Go on to my video when I talk about the lights and the setup. It'll give you the prices, the dimensions, how many shelves, the adjustability, the prices of the lights, yada, yada, yada. They're real simple. All 3 setups, I can tell you, the 3 shelves and the lighting systems, going to cost you about $375 to $400 total, tax and everything. Got it on Walmart, so check it out if you're interested. And I'm showing you this, and I'm going to show you, and every time I make a video, and once my food starts processing and the plants die off, it's going to be food, 90% to 10%, okay? All right, so hopefully that will show you how easy it is, inexpensive, it's fun to do. It's beautiful, it's awesome, and you know what you're getting in when it comes to food. And you could easily do your onion and stuff like that. What I do is if I buy it from the store and I put it in here, I cut them and then they regrow for a certain amount of weeks or whatever. All right, so tonight it's just a veggie wrap, avocado there. All this stuff is going to go into the wrap, and I'll put a little bit of this vegan shaker cheese on, and that's it. So let me put this together, and then I'm going to tell you how I made those potato cakes, those cheesy potato cakes. They're awesome. Okay, so let me show you what I got here first. I do these drinks too. I have plant protein replacement meals, and then I have these green grass juices by Amazing Grass. You can check out what they're made of. So basically every ingredient is the same on the flavor when it comes to the grass. So you got, it's hard to see here, even me, the way it's overprinted, it's sort of blurred. It's not what you're seeing on the screen, it's just a blurred. So it's like spirulina, spinach, broccoli, all that kind of stuff. And then they have alfalfa grass, wheatgrass, barley grass. That's what they'll all have. And then they'll have their own fruits and veggies will mix and match. And this has a ton of vitamins and everything in it. And it's great for alkalinity, keeping your pH level on an alkaline basis. Here's some spirulina with a naturally processed vitamin B12 in it. They use seawater and fresh water in their spirulina processing out of Hawaii. Pretty cool company. So, and it's loaded with vitamin A, K, and B12. And again, this has a lot of vitamins and stuff too. So it's like, and it tastes good. This one's strawberry. It tastes really good. They're very weak on the flavor, but it's not like, ew, it tastes like grass or veggies. It will always taste like the flavor, just very, very light. Okay, so I got the potato cakes here. I'll talk to you because I'm warming them up a little bit more. All right, so you take potatoes, you put them in a bowl. Let me lower this music. Okay, so do your potatoes up. You mash them. Don't whip them, but mash them. Try to get some lumps out, but leave it more on a thick side. What do I have in here? I got sage. This one has dill, but I noticed that the dill, even though I put a lot, it didn't come out that well, where the sage came out nice and strong. So one is dill and one is sage. So how did I do that? I'll show you, or I'll tell you. So you get your potato mixture. I got some onion in there. The green onion is in there. Salt, pepper is in there. The grated cheese that I showed you, and I'll show you it again, that is in there. Celery is in there, and red bell pepper is in there. All right? And you mix that up. You get it going. You mix that up. And then what I did is divide it in half, took out the half, threw it on a plate, put the sage in, mixed the sage up, and then I started rolling my little balls, just like make little balls. Then I put that back in. I added the dill. I mixed that all up, and I made little balls with that. Then what I did is I added, I took a little sprinkle of flour and a little sprinkle of baking soda before I rolled it into balls. Not a lot, just a little bit in there. And then when I made the balls, I put on the cutting board flour, baking soda, and I mixed it all up, and then I rolled the balls in there. And like I said over here, I put that on high. I filled up the pot pretty good, and they cooked it in about 5-6 minutes. I'll call it 4 to 6 minutes, depending on how crisp you want them. And they came out as fritters, cheesy and awesome. I wasn't expecting the cheese of the powdered shaker cheese to do that. I was expecting a really good cheesy flavor, but last week I did the same type of thing with jackfruit when I made a crab cake, and that's how I noticed that cheesiness would come out. So I knew it would work with the potatoes, and it did. It was really good, crisp on the outside and gooey on the inside. And that's it. And then you can make potato cakes with the rest of it. It's that simple. It's that easy. You don't have to use sage. You don't have to use dill. Next time I might use basil in there. You can use oregano, whatever you want. I bought fresh sage from the store, and it is awesome. It actually tastes so wonderful. The dill, potato and dill always goes good, but for whatever reason, it just didn't come out that flavorful. All right. Simple, easy. Remember sage in this one? And you can do them any way you want as far as the texture of the... just don't whip them up too much or they're not going to crisp and they'll be like mushy. So I'm going to have to let that cool. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to have to let that cool. Alright. Plus I use 2 hands and I use the knife. So you can see the inside. Maybe. It's bizarre how... Oh, there it goes. How my lighting doesn't work. So let's see. Remember, it's got red bell pepper, celery, onion, sea salt, black pepper, sage, and the grated cheese stuff. Oh. For me, the sage, the cheese, and that red bell pepper. I don't really taste the onion. And for you guys want to know, Thrive Market online, unless you know another brand. I have never come across anything that was pure vegan Parmesan cheese. I've done one with cashew and garlic and stuff, and it was good, but it was so... You can taste the hint of cashew, but it still had a good Parmesan cheese, but it was so heavy on the garlic. This is awesome. If you want straight grated Parmesan cheese, this is it. Thrive Market. Awesome. And this is great. Let me see here if the dill came out. There's a piece with dill right in it, right there. So look at the cheesiness in it and everything. Never focuses that great. All right, let's see. Ooh, hot, hot. No, the dill is almost unrecognizable. You can't miss the sage, that's for sure. It is strong, and I love that. So yeah, the red bell pepper for me and the sage. You can put whatever you want in these, but the cheesiness is awesome. All right. All right, and again, the name of this company, if you want, is called Amazing Grass. The pineapple is good. The strawberry is good. The lemon lime is excellent. The orange or tangerine is excellent. The berry is not so bad at all either. And there's another company called Garden of Life who puts out one. It's a ginger lemon, but to me it tastes like licorice. All right? So there, nice little meal. Love you guys. Bye-bye.